What is life? Born, grow up, successful career, happy married life, grow old, die. It is more than these mundane and superficial steps. Your perspective on life changes only when you read the greatest books ever written about life and its true meaning. Finding it can be an uphill battle, but the reward is invaluable. There's a right way and a wrong way to lead life. Wrong way is to think of life as a minesweeper game without a manual or hack. Randomly click boxes, you're lucky if flags pop up. Try it again if you hit mines. The right way to think of life is to focus on the pattern of mines and numbers to acquire flags. You get this correct perspective of life by reading the best books about life. What makes them the best? Simple. They show you the meaning and essence of life, where you stand in life, and what you are supposed to do with your life. I have listed 10 best books you need to read about life to understand your meaning of life and how you can lead a content life in this video. You can buy them online if you check the links given in the description below. If you find this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and share. If you're new to this channel, hit the subscribe button and press the bell icon to never miss an update. Links to the books are given in the description below. Number 10. To Be Told by Dan B. Allender. He is a PhD in counseling psychology from Michigan University. Dan practices as a therapist in a private clinic near Seattle. He is also a seminar leader, a speaker, and author. His work, including To Be Told, are laden with Christian language. Dear Allender emphasizes the importance of our personal stories. He says that by looking into our past, we finally connect the dots and see how God has weaved His themes into our stories. We keep hearing, "What is my calling?" but don't understand what it actually means. If I am a president, a scientist, a software engineer, or a successful entrepreneur, it is for a reason. God has weaved my story into His story to make my character last for eternity. Our calling is not the job, it is how we do that job. Your past holds the key to your future. If we want to understand why we do what we do, we need to focus on ourselves and our past. It's pretty heavy stuff, but I would insist you read it if you want to change your life for the better. Number 9. Stumbling on Happiness by Daniel Todd Gilbert. He is a professor of psychology at Harvard. Professor Daniel has won several awards and accolades for his research and teachings. His research has appeared in New York Times Magazine, CNN, Forbes, and World Report. In this book, he talks about the unique ability of humans. What is that? Simple. They can think about the future. They can daydream, set goals, fuss over what will happen tomorrow, and stimulate anxiety. All this is thinking and living in the future, and it is a uniquely human quality. He reveals that around 12% of a person's daily thoughts are related to the future. We use this future prediction mechanism to figure out what will make us happy. If I buy iPhone 14 Pro, I'll be happy. If I make $1 million this year, I'll be over the moon. What Daniel Gilbert reveals about happiness is far from these superficial accomplishments. Read this text to know how little we know about real satisfaction. Number 8. As a Man Thinketh by James Allen. He had a very traumatic and tough childhood. His father was robbed and murdered when Allen was just a 15-year-old teen kid. He left school and started working in British manufacturing firms to earn bread for his family. As a Man Thinketh came out in 1902 and is to this day considered a classic self-help book. It is a tiny book, not even 100 pages, but so full of depth. Every act of a man mirrors his hidden thoughts. Your thoughts define the kind of man you become. Noble thoughts rear a nobleman. Lowly thoughts develop a corrupt and lowly man. The book guides troubled humanity on how to achieve purity of heart and mind. Only a clean heart will provide a clean body and better life. A life that is free of defiled and corrupt intentions. We all need to read this to make this world a better living place. Number 7. The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. Yes, I am mentioning it once again. There are certain books that you will hear me discussing now, and then because they are absolutely fantastic. This Brazilian author didn't know his Alchemist would become such a classic piece in modern literature. He has a gift to write about things from a such spiritual and mystic perspective that blows your mind. When you want something, all the universe conspires in helping you to achieve it. This is one of my favorite idea and philosophy of living life from the book. Worldly treasures are valuable, but what's in your heart is the most invaluable treasure. The best way to live life is to listen to your heart and follow your dreams. Your heart will always guide you the right direction once you realize what is your deepest dream. The universe will give you chances to achieve your ambition. Coelho teaches such impactful lessons through the story of an Andalusian shepherd lad. Read it to know the secret to a content life. Number 6. Dopamine Nation by Anna Lembke. She is an American psychiatrist running an addiction and diagnosis clinic at Stanford University. She is an authority on opioid epidemic in the USA and has authored masterpieces like Drug Dealer, MD, and Dopamine Nation. This book talks about two major aspects of life, pleasure and pain, and how essential it is to find a balance between them. Most of us associate dopamine with pleasure. Like if I take a mug of hot chocolate, it will give me immense pleasure. Then, you go and have a cup of hot chocolate after dinner and you are like, ooh la la. Well, get ready to be shell-shocked by what Duran has to say. Dopamine is strongest in the expectation of the reward. So, all those hours you spent thinking about getting hot chocolate were building dopamine. You set a goal and achieve it, but it doesn't seem like something gleeful once you get that. The journey is better than the destination. Duran talks about something along these lines to explain why chasing after pleasure leads to pain and why we need balance. Number 5. The Art of Happiness by Dalai Lama XIV. He is the ruler of the Tibetan government in India and the world's most famous and influential Buddhist monk. It is also a Nobel laureate for peace. The guy is always smiling. Rarely anyone has seen his face without a smile or laughter. And that is the message he conveys through this book. The ultimate goal of life is happiness. Whatever we do in life, including work, relationships, and wealth. The end goal is to be happy. How to achieve happiness? That is the million-dollar question. Together with Dr. Howard Cutler, he shows us happiness is not something unattainable. It is super easy to achieve. The key to happiness lies in the ability to conquer everyday anger, anxiety, insecurity, and other similar bleak feelings. Defeat them and happiness will follow. Read this book if you want to learn how to deal with life's obstacles to gain happiness and inner peace. Number 4. The One Thing by Gary Keller. He was a real estate agent who taught clients how successful buying and selling decisions can be made. He is the creator of a multi-billion company, Keller Williams Realty International. Gary is also recognized as one of the most influential young entrepreneurs and leaders in the real estate industry. The one thing is about that one specific thing you are excellent at. Everyone has a thing he is better at than the rest. Making it your number one priority can do wonders for your productivity. The KFC guy's thing was chicken. Look where he is now. It throws the concept of multitasking out the window. When you multitask, your brain works like a switch that is constantly turning on and off. Start 8 projects at once or channel all energy into a single one. Which will be successful? Of course, the single one. A jack of all trades is a master of none. Yes, that thing. Doing too many things at once reduces productivity to almost zero. Read it to gain productivity in your purpose. Number 3. Let Your Life Speak by Parker J. Palmer. He is a man of many talents, a teacher, an activist, and an author. His work has influenced people from different walks of life. His writings have received multiple honors, including the William Rainey Harper Award in 2010. Let Your Life Speak is a life hack kind of book. It illuminates the path of fulfillment and joy by letting you figure out your true vocation. You can find meaning and purpose in life by paying heed to the inner teacher. Palmer shares his stories and those of other influential people to give readers motivation and inspiration. These spurts of personal experiences from the lives of people who have left an impact work as an effective daily dose of affirmation and inspiration for those losing hearts. I recommend this book to all those struggling with finding meaning and purpose in life. Number 2. The Body Keeps the Score by Bessel van der Kolk. He is super qualified in trauma with 30+ years of experience as a researcher and working with traumatic stress in women and children. It is commonly believed that he is the one who pioneered post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD. We aren't talking about the trauma that has become a buzzword in pop culture. Oh, I had to wait in a long-ass line at Starbucks to get my coffee. It was so traumatic. Nope, not that. What Dr. Kolk here is talking about is the worst kind of pain or loss you have been through in life. That is the most traumatic experience of anyone's life. We all have gone through something worse in life that equals trauma. The book explains how such depressing experiences wreak havoc on your mental, physical, and emotional well-being. One of my favorite golden principles from the book is your issues are stored in your tissues. That is why people through something traumatic immediately withdraw or flinch when someone touches their literal or metaphorical sore spot. The book also thoroughly discusses what therapeutic practices will be effective or ineffective. It's an absolute must-to-read for everyone. Number 1. The Essential Writings by Ralph Waldo Emerson. He was a famous American essayist, lecturer, poet, and philosopher. He was also one of the prominent architects of the Transcendentalist movement in the mid-19th century. He was closely acquainted with literary giants like Wordsworth, Coleridge, and Thomas Carlyle. The Essential Writings of Ralph Waldo Emerson is a compilation of the author's most famous essays, poetry, and speeches. Most of us have read him in our high school years and ended up hating the guy because he didn't make sense. Well, that's okay. He is the kind of writer who gains your undying respect when you read him after, say, around your late 20s or in your 30s. This old school classic is really bulky, but it is full of wisdom and deep thoughts that apply to this technologically advanced time. I'll share a chunk of one of my favorite quotes from the book to show you what a magnificent guide it is for living life. The purpose of life is not to be happy. It is to be useful, to be honorable. Do not miss out on something so amazing and impactful. You must have liked the video if you reached the goodbye part. You will like these books as well that I discussed. Read them to get the best nuggets about life. I'll see you with new and exciting book recommendations in the next video. If the video helps you find the next book you are going to read, then like and share this video. Let me know in comment section on what type of books I should cover in my next video. Also, if you read one of the book mentioned in this video, share your review or thoughts with us. Subscribe this channel for more such awesome videos. Thanks for watching.